What's up, YouTube? This is Alec.
And Paul.
And we've got a new video for you guys.
So, Legendary Duelist, Ancient Millennium, just recently dropped.
Yeah, with Maximilian Pegasi.
And we've actually gotten confirmation that there's going to be a Legendary Duelist 3. And there's been a bit of a trend with all these Legendary Duelist sets. What is that?
In each one, they have, what, six supported decks / characters.
Yeah.
Usually like 3 from GX and 3 from DM.
DM, yeah. So, we thought that we would think of what those next 3 for each would be. So basically, this is 6 legacy monsters that need new support. Monsters / archetypes, I guess, right?
/ duelist / decks.
GX tends to get the archetypes. DM tends to just get the retrains.
That's true.
You know, they didn't have archetypes really back then, so... yeah, let's get started with the cover character that we think should be on the set. We talked about this, right?
Yami Bakura.
Yeah, so funny enough, they really do feature every single character from like DM in some product or another. They've done Mai, Joey, and Bandit Keith, but like
and Taya.
Has she been in something?
No,
I hope not.
No.
But Yami Bakura never gets any love, and
which is crazy because he's arguably one of the more popular characters.
He's like a big fan favorite, so it's kind of weird. But his signature cards: Dark Necrofear and
Dark Sanctuary,
and I guess just fiends in general.
Fiends and zombies.
Yeah, so we were thinking he should get like some type of support, some Dark Necrofear retrain.
Or a Dark Sanctuary retrain.
Yeah, so what's Dark Necrofear, like what's that about?
When Dark Necrofear is destroyed by battle or card effect, she goes to grave and it equips to one of your opponent's monsters and you take it.
Yeah, so that's actually really strong. And you have to summon her by banishing, I think it's 3 fiends from your grave.
3 fiends.
So what would we look for in a retrain? Like,
well, Dark Necrofear's special summon ability is really good. It's pretty solid even for today's standards.
Yeah, getting some fiends in the grave pretty fast.
I would say Dark Necrofear just doesn't do enough.
Yeah, an on-field effect I think would be cool. When I think of what like Yami Bakura was about, he kind of did the whole sort of like possessing monsters with spirits and stuff like that. Or
possessing his opponents.
Or his host.
Or his host, of course.
Bakura. But no, yeah, so it kind of makes me think like, what would maybe a Dark Necrofear retrain want to look for in its effect?
One, fix that whole destruction by battle or card effect, opponent's card or battle or card effect. Let's go ahead and say when this card is sent to grave.
Yeah, you could link with it.
Just play foolish.
Whatever.
Link it.
Yeah, it can take opponent's monsters.
Smash old boy.
I think that would be cool. I also think that since Dark Sanctuary kind of had that whole like flip a coin and when your opponent's monster attacks and it might attack itself or whatever, I think the idea of kind of having a card like that or an effect like that for the Dark Necrofear would be really awesome. Like when Dark Necrofear, when she's targeted for a card effect, like you get to flip a coin or something, and if it's like heads, then it targets her like normal. If it's tails, it targets an appropriate monster or card on your opponent's side of the field. It kind of falls in line with how Dark Sanctuary worked.
Kind of confusing your opponent.
I mean, maybe that could be part of the Dark Sanctuary card itself, but just something like that I think would be cool.
And then they always got trying to relate it back to the originals usually in these situations. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking maybe give it the effect while it's equipped to say you can tribute the monster this card's equipped to and special summon like a level 8 fiend monster from your deck.
Yeah, ignoring summoning conditions,
So that can hit you with a Dark Necrofear or any other. There's actually
quite a few
level 8 fiends, aren't there?
Yeah, like the Big King Archfiend, I think he's level 8. There's a couple of others.
Maybe. Yeah, that could be cool. I like that.
The next character we thought of was Panic.
I'm not gonna panic.
A lesser known DM character. He's kind of
my favorite. That big old gauntlet.
Yeah, he was one of the
overcompensating.
One of the guys who like the Eliminators, I think was what they were called.
Or I think they're the Executioners.
That's dark.
Oh, you're right. Of course, that would have made it to Yu-Gi-Oh.
But yeah, so he would sneak up on duelists and take their starships by dueling them at night, which was kind of creepy when I think about the whole context of it all.
It also looked pretty creepy. So.
And there was a bunch of kids on the island. So yeah, he used the Castle of Dark Illusions. And we were doing a bit of research into this card before we did this video.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it kind of doesn't make any sense. And it also works with Pumpkin, the King of Ghosts, which isn't a card he used. That was used.
Yeah, that was used by Bones, but for some reason, Pumpkin in the TCG and I think the OCG, it can't work really without it
Yeah.
But they were two different cards from two different duelists. So maybe in this set, it's going to be considered support for both of them. If you fuse Bones and Panic and made Bannock.
Yeah.
Or Bones?
Your bones are panicking.
Oh, fuck.
Something. So what would this do? When I think of Castle of Dark Illusions and how it worked in the show, because it has some crazy anime effects where like
it's changed again.
It hides all your monsters. I think of can't be targeted or can't be selected as attack targets.
Both?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Your opponent can't target them for attacks or card effects while it's in the field. That would be like a starting effect.
But it should say something like zombies or fiends. If it can be used for anything, I could get nuts.
Maybe even just dark type monsters. That might get out of hand. I'm not sure.
Out of pocket, man.
Now, how about Pumpkin? How would that maybe retrained?
Oh Lord, just take the Castle of... I want to remove the Castle of Darkness nonsense. Because you remember in the anime, that wasn't a thing. He just played it, and now all of a sudden it was juicing up all the zombies.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think when I think of Pumpkin, like, it kind of brought a lot of them back, but that might be broken because it's zombies.
I mean,
so like I don't know how that.
I think of it as zombies when they die, they go into the dirt, right? Mm-hmm. And Pumpkin has these vines and roots that go into the ground and it soaks up nutrients. So maybe like Pumpkin can do something like
he banishes them from grave.
Like maybe not even a matter of like banishing them. Maybe he just gets stronger for all the
zombies in your grave. And then maybe give him some kind of effect where he can also banish them, or he can also do something with them to like
something
pop
controlling.
cards.
I think would be cool.
Either negate, negating would be cool, or making your opponent like discard.
Make him seem like a king. Make him seem like something annoying to get off the field.
Yeah, I think, and when you combine it with the castle, then like he can't be targeted and he can't be attacked. He's getting stronger.
I don't know why we have to combine it with the castle, but for some reason, I guess a king needs a castle.
So that was another one. And then the last dual monsters archetype is actually Gate Guardian.
Ah, the Paradox Brothers.
Gate Guardian.
I'm not doing it.
So, yeah, this was used by Para and Dox. They're in Duel Links, aren't they?
They are in Duel Links.
Yeah, so...
7-star.
Gate Guardian, it's made by fusing Kazijin, Suijin...
and Sanga.
So, these monsters all have the same effect.
It's not a fusion, Paul.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's part of the problem.
You're going to confuse the people.
That's part of the problem. Gate Guardian doesn't even have effects, really. Nope. So, Kazijin, Suijin, and Sanga. He's big. It helps. He won't get popped. So all of them can like reduce an opponent's monster's attack to 0 when they get attacked.
On your opponent's turn.
Which means they won't attack them ever.
Yeah, I don't see how that's ever going to happen. I tribute and set a monster face down. You want to try it? You want to try it?
Yeah, and Gate Guardian has no effects.
None.
And he's summoned by attributing all 3 of them. So
it's not even worth it.
There's definitely some issues there. We were thinking that because they kind of remind us of ABCs a bit.
Yep, for better or for worse.
They should just work like that.
Works pretty well in my mind.
You can summon the retrained Gate Guardian by maybe like, banishing them.
Banishing them or having them all in a grave. Or maybe all of them being banished.
Yeah, something like that. And then we're thinking for their individual effects, they should definitely float in some way. And
when on summon, they should search another, like the other one.
Mm-hmm. Like, because if the retrains are going to be level 7, it's going to be really hard to get those things out, like, unless you have some type of tribute fodder. Maybe they could retrain the maze, like the labyrinth wall.
Man, how does that work in this?
Well, see, what I think of it is as there's a labyrinth and your opponent's monsters are in it, so you can, like, tribute them. Or something like that.
I don't know.
And that might get
when I think of the labyrinth, I think of a completely different direction.
So
I think of like a control-y kind of card where, you know how in the labyrinth, only one monster could occupy space at a time, so they had to move in a line. So maybe only one monster can attack per turn.
Yeah, that's true.
And I guess because maybe if your opponent, maybe if we kept those effects, those weird
attack changing effects,
maybe like your opponent
force
has
them
to attack.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because you know how it was in the labyrinth, if you met up with one of their monsters, the monster would just kind of destroy whatever Yugi had.
And then maybe if the maze is out, then you can summon them without tributing. Something like that. I mean, I don't know. That could be really fun.
I don't want to talk about Wall Shadow.
So that is it for the DM monsters. Now the GX stuff is more archetype based, so we won't really have to talk about it as much. It's just characters use this deck and it could use new support.
Yeah, and we kind of know what these things are.
So first, there's Cloudians. by Adrian Gecko.
Adrian Gecko.
Yeah, Claudians, cool, as you guys know, use fog counters.
Mods attack.
Yeah, they can like get a few effects. Very slow to get fog counters onto the monsters, but
once you do,
when you do, they actually have like one of their monsters is like a monster reborn, and there's some other cool stuff like that. So really, Claudians just need a bit of an update, like in terms of attack strength,
desperately,
in terms of consistency,
speed.
Yeah, ways to get counters on the monsters faster.
You know what I say? You know, we're kind of past this point with Yu-Gi-Oh, but everything can use a Stratos.
Everything can use a Stratos.
A Stratos that leaves 5 counters after it resolves.
They're water fairy monsters, so if there's any synergy that could be created there, I think that would be really cool. They might even make their support cards just be like water fairies, get some benefit, or search a water fairy.
I don't think there are many others.
Yeah, I really don't believe so.
Is Snowman Eater? No, he's Aqua.
Yeah, you think you're right. So that could be really cool. It's just another token deck. We've seen tokens kind of make a bit of a return, so online.
When? Where?
Mythical Beast.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. The next one, Venoms. Used by... What's this character's name?
Viper.
Thelonious Viper.
I remember him. He had the hair.
So how do Venoms work?
Venoms, they have the whole Venom counter thing, and like when you battled them... What was it?
They lost attack for it?
And you put a Venom counter on it.
I think it was the field spell. When the monster was summoned, they got a Venom counter. And then each end phase or something like that, they got another.
Oh, gosh.
When a monster's attack finally reached 0 from Venom counters, it would
die.
It would finally be destroyed. And then you had like the Phenomenon and Phenomenaga, and they would summon things. Kind of tedious. Kind of extra. I think they really just need to make it a like reptile support type of thing.
And reptiles do have some really decent cards that just don't get a whole lot of shine anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Masked Chameleon, there's Kagito Kage. They can be searched by the King
of the Feral Winds.
And they even have the trap, the like Icarus attack tribute offerings to the snake deity.
Oh, that's it. I don't know what else they can.
You think of Snake Rain?
Snake, make it rain.
Which would be cool, actually. A way to make like Snake Rain useful. Maybe have some like reptiles that get effects by going to the grave, so then you can use Snake Rain, send them all, and start searching Venom cards, like something like that. I mean, I don't know. It could be fun.
But I definitely like the idea of going in a more generic reptile route with it.
Yeah,
and they
it feels
just
like
benefit.
The counters aren't gonna cut it. Or if the counters have to exist, they should still do the same thing, but maybe you should be able to remove the counters to like get searches, get pops.
Yeah.
Things like that would be cool.
And lastly is
the curveball.
Where are they? Oh, here we go. Arcana from Yu-Gi-Oh! DM.
Arcana Force. Right? Maybe? Those. Used by Sartorius in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So I got this idea because we got Barrel Dragon in this most recent collection.
We didn't get Barrel Dragon. Check out the video.
We didn't get it. Spoiler. Yeah. So that let you like rig your coin tosses and stuff. And this archetype, Arcana Force, whenever the monsters are summoned, you do a coin toss and like it gives them an effect. If it's heads, it's usually a really strong effect.
And if it's tails,
it's usually something like at the end phase, lose billions of card advantage. So
discard your deck.
So it definitely, I think that would be really cool to just explore kind of the idea of being able to rig their coin tosses.
But maybe not with having to get a trap in the grave to do it.
Yeah, maybe just making it a spell or like a quick play spell that can summon one from your deck, and then when it uses its effect is always treated as heads. Like just something kind of fast.
Something that makes Cup of Aces nasty.
That would be cool too, yeah. Take it and like kind of extend it into all the rest of the coin flips.
Yeah, make it a little generic.
Make Chance cool again. Or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, those are 6 legacy archetypes slash monsters that we want to see support for, hopefully, in the next Legendary Duelist set. This is all assuming that they still do the whole, GX DM thing.
Yeah, maybe next time it's going to be Arc 5 and Vrains. I could not remember the name of it to save my life.
Who's to say? There are surely some legendary duelists from those animes. Yeah. Too. They're just as memorable as characters.
Yeah.
So,
Yuya.
If you... I can name one other. Sora.
That's unfair.
People like that
He's
deck.
arguably the most popular character.
Maybe we'll get patchwork. So in the comments, let us know, what do you want to see out of the next Legendary Duelist set? These were just our suggestions.
Yeah, we're just spitballing.
Give a thumbs up if you like the video.
Hit the notification bell. Join the squad.
And that's going to be it. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.